HPE CEO Antonio Neri back with us by phone. Antonio, apologies for that, having some audio issues, but do really want to hear what you're seeing in terms of demand from customers on AI and what sort of services you provide and where you fit into this story.
Well, thank you. And again, sorry what's going on with the mic. But yeah, so as I was saying, HPE has a market leadership position when it comes to AI and supercomputing capabilities. We have deployed the largest exascale system ever built in our industry, and we are on our way now to deploy 4 more as we speak. In fact, this quarter we start the deployment of Aurora, which is another system for the Department of Energy. And to give a sense how big these systems are, these systems actually can provide 60,000 GPUs at one time. And HPE has the capability to build it, to install it, to run it, and has the silicon and the software to be able to present this as a coherent system. And one of the IP advantages that HPE has is the fact that we have a networking fabric that allows us to present these large systems with the software to be able to run these large language models that everybody's talking about it. And that's why in Q2, we got an incremental $800 million of orders just coming from large language models, including a large cloud provider. And the pipeline looks simply amazing, and we believe we have the right to compete and win in this market.
That said, Antonio, just to, when our viewers are looking up here, they're seeing the stock down about 7%. And a lot of that does seem to have to do with sort of a slowdown in compute and storage. On the call, I think you noted, particularly as a result of that mini banking crisis in March, there may have been a slowdown from the financial services sector. Can you explain sort of a little bit more to our viewers what was behind that and what your expectations are for this quarter and the next one?
Yes, absolutely, David. I think what we saw in Q2, the unevenness we start seeing in Q1 got a little bit worse, and it was driven particularly in North America and in the financial services vertical, where large deals that we normally tend to get through the process didn't come through. And that was really, inoculated just on the general purpose compute. Versus the edge, we saw another amazing performance. You see the numbers, right? 56% growth in constant currency and a profitability that was exceptional across the company board. So I think short term, we're going to have a little bit of unevenness in that compute business, driven by the digestion that we saw last year in terms of putting orders during the supply chain challenges, which are not here anymore. And then the fact that obviously as the financial sector goes through the recovery, there will be a little bit of an elongated period of time for that specific type of customer. But there is another set of opportunities that we've continued to be very bullish around the edge, AI, and hybrid cloud HPE GreenLake, because HPE GreenLake continues to drive an amazing performance with a 38% increase in recurring revenues. And ultimately, we continue to expand earnings.
On a related note, Antonio, there is a school of thought on the street that the crush of dollars chasing AI, generative and large language models is crowding out spending on sort of legacy tech, refreshes, things that would ordinarily happen at this point of the cycle. Is that a real concern?
I think it's an opportunity. Obviously, the AI space is super hot right now. And again, we participate there in a unique way. I think, last year we drove in the core business called storage and compute a significant growth. The compute business tends to be very cyclical in nature. Have periods of digestion and then periods of costs, realignment in the commodity space. But in the long term, it will continue to be a positive growth because of what we see with data explosion, and digital transformation. I'm very bullish about the networking thesis. Our HPE Aruba business, right, continue to grow at an incredible pace. We expect our business to continue to grow double digits, and everybody has to be connected. And it's not just people and devices and things. Everything we do has to be connected in order to understand the data that we create every single day.
But how do you convince the market, who's focused on the hyperscale cloud names like a Microsoft and an Amazon and a Google as the AI winners, that you are also building the foundation from more software, from more hardware and storage side?
Well, we're building the right specialized foundation to process these large models. And one of the things that came through the conversation with some of the customers we acquired in Q2 is the fact that some of the environments that you name are not working for them. Because ultimately in this environment, you need to have parallel computing, you need to have the software packages to train these models, you need to prepare the data and the like. And that's where HPE has unique opportunity because we have all these assets in ways that we can bring it together at a massive scale. And the other opportunity we have, Sarah, is the fact that you can actually provide that as a service, as a consumption model. And so in the next 3 weeks, you're going to see some interesting announcements from us related to the AI and how to offer that as a service.